Hey players, it's the Josh, and I'm here with Pat Does It.
Hey.
And I Imagine Blank.
Hello.
So we're going to share with you a bunch of embarrassing stories so that you can see that, you know, just because you dealt with a lot of stuff growing up and you're dealing with it now, that it's not the end of the world.
The stuff that you're about to hear actually happened, and you're not going to look at me the same way after it. This is my first impression to you because I don't really know who you are, but now you're going to know a lot about me and her and Josh. Maybe some stuff you're not going to like.
This is the Josh Speaks. You're watching the Josh Speaks.
Picture middle school dance in a gymnasium, which is decorated terribly. It's like 3 people who actually cared showed up with one streamer, which is like, okay, let's do that. Some the 3 balloons, one's deflated. There's this girl that I really liked, and she was a dancer. I don't mean like, you know, she can do the Macarena. I meant like she was a dancer for like her entire life. And she came up to me and she's like, hey, do you dance? Not do you want to dance, which is a weird thing. Like, do you dance? It's like, yes. Oh, okay, bye. Like, she could have ended it right there, but she didn't. And she goes, oh, like, you know, like professionally. So I'm like, oh, yes. So never lie to a girl. Never. Because she's going to eventually find out that you're lying to her. So I lied and I was like, totally dance professionally. And she's like, so well, what dance academy do you belong to? And it's like, Mary's, the one over on the road that you drive on. Totally off the drive. So she's like, yeah, like pretending like she knew what I was talking about, which God bless her for like going along with it, right? The big song at the time was Lean Back by Fat Joe, so she was doing like these kind of moves, and I'm trying to imitate what she's doing, right? And it's not working. White people just never can do this correctly. She goes, oh yeah, so let's do our like moves together, right? And so the whole circle is just kind of like forms where it's like the dance battle is about to happen. She does her moves and everyone's like, yeah! And then she's like, oh, come on, Pat, you know how to dance, right? So I get into the center and I'm like, the whitest thing you could possibly do. Just picture this. Just picture this, like this pasty white dude. And so everyone starts laughing and they're kind of like, oh, okay, he's just playing around and now he's gonna bust out the real moves. And so everyone just kind of pauses, music's playing, and I'm like, okay, bye. And then I run out of there. Didn't talk to that girl. Probably for another like 6 months. Turns out she thought I was gay, so nothing was going to happen. But just moral of the story: don't lie to people.
So there was a guy in high school that I really liked. We ended up dating. It worked out terribly. So that's how that ended.
He was great. It didn't really work.
He was a terrible boy. Yeah. But he
did
actually call me a mutt once, though.
I don't even understand how that makes sense.
I don't know.
But
guys,
it doesn't.
all the guys out there, if you want a girl, do the opposite of what you just said.
Before this guy and I started going out, you know, he's talking to me in the hallway. I am not very coordinated, and so I sometimes will just trip while standing still. And that's exactly what happened, where I'm, you know, standing by the lockers, and somehow I just kind of lose my balance, and so I start falling and thinking, oh, I don't want to show him that I'm falling, so instead I'll, you know, put out my elbow and just lean on the lockers, except I never actually reached the locker, and I'm just kind of leaning into space, trying to be all cool. And then finally I just put my hand down and I'm like, oh, everything you're saying is so interesting. But then no, he was like, did you just like trip while standing there? And I'm like, yes, I'm so sorry. I'm a failure at life. Please forgive me.
But it didn't work out, right?
Yes, yeah,
So?
yeah. You know, doesn't even matter now. I have no idea where he is.
And you moved on.
He deleted his Facebook account. I can't even stalk him.
There was a girl in the 5th grade. She had a twin sister, so they were twins. And you know, like when there's twins, there's always a good one and a bad one. So,
okay, well, hold on. If they're identical, then I don't know.
Well, there just is, you know. I never knew how to tell her that I liked her, and you know, so one day I'm playing a game called Asses Up. If you don't know what Asses Up is, pretty much it's a game where you throw a ball against a wall, and as the ball falls down, someone has to catch it. When someone catches it, you have to run to the wall so that, like, the person who catches has to peg you with the ball. So the girl that I like comes over to me and my friends. We're a bunch of these, like, rowdy, rough boys, and we're like, yeah, you know. And she comes over and she's like, hey, guys, I want to play. And we're all like, no, you're a girl. You know how it works? Yeah. It's like, girls can't play with guys back then. It's like, just, no, separation. So we let her play with us, and I'm thinking, man, this is my chance. This is my chance to show her that I like her and to just get it out there. So, she comes over, she throws the ball. You know, I beat everyone to it. I catch the ball, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to show her. So she's standing there, she's like, you know, what do I do now? And I'm like, oh, you gotta run against the wall. So she casually starts jogging, you know, running over, thinking, okay, this is a fun game. And I take the ball, and I just start winding up. I've never thrown a pitch so fast and so hard in my life. Like, literally, if there was a baseball scout there, I would've got picked up. I would've been in the Yankees by this time. And I chucked that ball so hard towards her, because you're supposed to tag a person with the ball. and she turns around at the last second and the ball hits her right in the nose. And she just starts gushing blood and tears and blood and everything's coming down her face and she's crying and she doesn't know what's going on. And I'm standing there thinking, man, does she know that I like her now?
What if as she was turning around, she was gonna be like, I have feelings for you, and just nails her in the face.
Tanya, don't lie down on the floor. Come over here. Come sit with us. Surprise, special guest, Totally Tanya's here.
I hope that you guys understand that embarrassing stuff happens to everybody. It's totally normal. More embarrassing stuff is probably going to happen to you.
We're looking back at these stories that you think are like the end of the world when you're going through them, and they're not. You move on. You keep going forward.
You can laugh about it later. I think that's it. You can laugh about these embarrassing stories in maybe 5 years. Give it 5 years.
Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can check out every single person here's channel. I'm going to put it in the description below. As always guys, love and peace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, yeah. Yeah.
We're great. Just don't tell these stories when you first meet somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Come.
Oh.
You popped in for that and then disappeared, yeah.
Continuity.
Why are you hiding? You can just like sit there. We won't see you. You're like hiding.